to our weekly Den Mastermind, where we are covering all the latest news, the updates. We're giving in-depth training and help you understand what is required to really thrive in this economy, in this world, in this platform, in this community. And today is a very special call because today we're gonna go in depth on the latest developments, and we're gonna talk about what is happening around the world. Last week, we had the pleasure of having Alex live on the call of our Den Mastermind. I hope you guys have listened to it. I hope you guys have absorbed the information he shared, the understanding of where we're going. I also hope that everyone has understood the recent developments from his webinar yesterday. If not, we're gonna cover it today. And I also hope that everyone has been able to watch the YouTube video, the story of Alex, which we created with a incredible video team that came and interviewed Alex, and we went into depth on his journey, on where he's going, on what he is planning to do, and the reasoning behind his whole idea of building Ultima, building this infrastructure, what drives him every single day. So I'm urging you guys to really go and find this video. It's on YouTube, it's live. Watch it, feel it, and share it with everyone that is that want to understand the depths of Alex and the reasoning behind him doing everything that he is doing. So with that, guys, let's jump into the agenda. Almost put the warning there, but yeah, warning for deep information today. We're going to talk about the state of the world. We're going to talk about where is the world heading? What is happening around the world? We need to pay attention because this is something that has never happened before. We're going to talk about the swapping news. We're going to talk about the news for the community who was a part of this project for the past year. What are the latest updates? And I'm going to show you, of course, the new website that's been developed in terms for this, the smart blockchain, the smart coin, and the swapping. We're going to talk about Alex's master plan. We're going to talk about something that will help you understand what Alex is doing and why. We're going to talk about what is it that he is doing now, why is his sudden developments happening, and we're going to help you understand what is happening. We're going to talk about the news about Ultima Farm and the deadline that is set up for this month. Why, how, when, what, everything is going to be covered. We're going to talk about the cashback program, the vouchers. How will they work? Why is this going to be a product that will 10x our community? How will we go from 2.5 million users to 25 million users quickly with these vouchers? How is it that this will reach the masses? We're going to talk about the pinnacle mindset in times like these, when challenging times in the world. There is great opportunity for the individuals, for the entrepreneurs with a pinnacle mindset who understand that these times are opportunity times. And this is where money is being made. And also in this company, how can we apply a pinnacle mindset? Danish is going to come and talk more about what this is. We're going to talk about the next event and why this Berlin event is going to be crucial for you and your business, and the timing of this event, and a surprise is going to happen on this event. There's going to be an incredible time together, and this is going to be covered by Navid at the end. So with that said, guys, we got a full packed agenda, and let's start off with the state of the world. I don't think anyone has missed, or maybe you have, but for anyone paying attention to what is happening around the world, we are witnessing something very interesting. We are witnessing the biggest transfer of wealth, and we are seeing how one bank after another is just falling. This has never happened on this scale before. We have big banks challenges right now. We have banks, you see here, the stock of the First Republic Bank, bam, crashed overnight. Why? Because the truth of the financial system is reaching the surface. What has happened since 2008? There was a big problem back then with the financial crash. They didn't solve it. They postponed the problems. And now we're getting the results of that. They have been creating more currency than they could ever possibly create in a logical world. And we're going to have the effects of that happening right now. This could be scary, and it will be probably one of the biggest financial challenges we have ever had on this earth. But when everything comes down, it always recovers. You don't want to come down and stay down. You want to watch it come down, and you want to move in when it's down, and then you want to ride the way up. When something falls quickly, it can rise massively. And right now, while the world is shaking and in fear, the pinnacle point entrepreneurs is just waiting for the world to fall, and not because they want people to suffer, but because they understand the world is not fair. The person with information can move and make decisions and rise when the market is recovered. And in these times, what is important? Stay informed. Be a part of a community like this. Build your network with like-minded individuals. Build liquidity. If you are an individual, and move your money into the crypto world or other assets that you personally believe is gonna be the new financial system. Make sure you create an income. Yes, if you have your job, your business, but build an income in the crypto space where you are consistently building liquidity, which enables you to diversify into this world when the world is falling. This could possibly be the greatest opportunity of our lifetime. And we're continuously reminding you of this, because this will not happen again. And it's happening in front of our eyes right now. It is not going to be overnight thing where, wow, we like in the movies. It's gradually going to happen, guys. And the faster you realize this, the harder you're going to get to work, the more you're going to realize how much liquidity you will need to have. You need to have money to move into the markets. And this can be done, of course, in our platform of Ultima. And with this in mind, you will understand Alex master plan. Alex is understanding on a higher level, as what I believe, him being a billionaire, he is masterminding with people who is very powerful, and they have information. Alex have that information, and is making the decisions and the changes and developments based not what you can see today, but what you will understand in 3 months, 1 year, 3 years. And this is what we got to understand, what is happening in this company and the future of this company. So with this in mind, guys, we're going to talk about the next thing. With the, of course, launch of the new smart blockchain and the success that Alex have seen, and of course, the announcements on the launch of the voucher program, cashback program, and Alex running already, seeing how the transactions are happening and how much smart coins are being used, we are seeing now that the smart coin swap is potentially increasing the amount of percentage that we can receive. So this is a big congratulations to those who has been a part of this pioneering phase of this company and has the opportunity to swap. Also, new people can be a part of this swap by simply getting involved yourself and getting any PLC, PLCU, PLCC, or PLCX coins and able to swap them to the smart coin. This new website has been launched or is being built and will be launched at the end of the month on the Berlin event. And you can see how you can quickly go ahead. You can choose what it is that you want to swap, how long period you want to swap at. You get a dashboard where you can see exactly when you receive your smart coins. You can take them to the exchange and sell them, use them, do whatever you want with them. This is going to become a very powerful thing. And you can see the percentages here is, of course, going to be dynamic based on market conditions. The recent update, it's looking good. It's going to probably raise the percentages in the early years because the market need more smart coins. So this is one of the big news, guys, and this is going to be launched on the Berlin event. So make sure that you are ready for this. And for everyone, keep asking questions about the swap. Berlin event, it begins. The website is ready. Second big news, guys. With the Ultima farm being the way of us producing the Ultima token, which is the infrastructure token, and the token that is expected, according to company analysis, to go from $10,000 all the way up to what? $100,000. We've already seen the rise of the token for the past few weeks. It started at 10,000. We're now trading 10,500, 10,600. We even touched 10,700, and we even been up at 11,000. You can see this token want to take off. You can see it on the graph. It's anytime the sell wall is breaking, boom, there's a big candle going up to 11,000 and beyond. You can see how it's continuously rising. This is looking good, guys. If you're looking at the Ultima token graph, it is a steady growth, It comes up, little recovery, we go higher, little recovery, we're going higher, little recovery. And anytime the sell wall is breaking, we are getting higher numbers. It's showing that it wants to break out. The Ultima token wants to take off, but Alex is maintaining stable growth. Oh, it's already it jumped from 10.5 to 10.6 while we're watching it right now. So guys, this is gonna, in our, no financial advice, but we believe with the Ultima token farming is being stopped this month and paused this month, and introduction of utility, the sell wall cannot hold it anymore. It is gonna move, guys, and that's why this is our month to get as big farmers as possible to benefit the most out of this, because I'm gonna cover it a little bit more soon on why the Ultima token will take off when we introduce the utility, guys. But before we jump into that, let's talk about the news about that the company is now pausing the sales of Ultima Farm licenses at the end of the month. Reasoning for that is because Alex wants to go to mass adoption. He wants to onboard the masses. There is some challenges in some countries with regulations, and Alex is not going to be the guy who runs into problems and then try to figure it out. He is watching the world, he's making adjustments, and he's moving before the challenges are happening. We have some around the world implementations of regulations. Alex is pulling this back, watching the world, implementing a product, getting mass use, and then seeing how the regulations plays out. It is something that I really respect with this individual. Alex is always one step ahead of the masses. And this is something that over time we will understand more and more. This means that we have the last month to come in and become an Ultima token producer. What will happen, guys, when there is less supply on the market, when there is less people producing Ultima token, and there is vouchers, utility, and the whole company, 2.5 million users, all new members, every networker in this company, everyone is going to focus on the vouchers. And guess what? You need to buy the Ultima token to what? Buy the vouchers. When you buy the Ultima token, you create buy pressure. And what happens when you buy the voucher? You freeze the token. It's going to be so many people coming buying the vouchers, and it's just freezing all the tokens. What is going to happen, guys? There's no Ultimas on the market. Whatever Ultimas is on the market, the price has to rise. This is according to our analysis. So this is extremely exciting. We can complain, we can do whatever we want, but the fact is, this is our chance to get as big farm as possible, to have a production of Ultima tokens, because when the market is going to move to utility and everyone is buying the token, the price will most likely take off, and we are going to be the lucky ones who's going to provide the tokens to the market, and we are setting the price. This is the most incredible thing that we can do and that we can see, and we can already see how this news have positively affected the graph. Is growing, and more people are getting ready, buying Ultima tokens, because it just makes sense. Big demand, low supply. It just has to go one direction. Of course, the market will decide what it wants, but this is my analysis, no financial advice. So with this, it is going to be very important, guys, to get involved and get your farms and fill your farms until the end of the month. Now, at the end of the month, not only is the farm's license is going to pause, but also if you fill your farm before the end of the month, you are getting 60-40 like normal. 60% is used to cash out and pay out. 40% is used to what? Upgrade your license. After the 1st of June, you can of course keep filling your farm, but you will not get the 40% to upgrade your license. So this means, because if he is pausing the licenses, he cannot allow new people to get continuously upgrade of licenses, which means If you buy your Ultima farm now and you freeze your tokens now, you will get the 60/40 for the full 24 months. Clear. If you buy Ultima farm now and you fill it after the 1st of June, you get the 60% and not the 40%. And this is for reasons Alex explained yesterday. It is gonna really hold back the supply, and it's gonna put more urgency on us actually not only filling our farm, but buying our farms this month. And we have another few weeks to do this until this is taken off the market. And you can just understand what kind of power you will have when you are the only among a few people in the world producing a token that millions of people want. If you freeze it now, you're also having the opportunity to continuously compound by getting a bigger and bigger license. No one else in the world can do it unless they get in right now this month. So that is also a part of the news since yesterday. We are having the farm licenses passed at the end of the month. Focus is moving into utility, demand, rise the price, more excitement, more liquidity, more growth of the ecosystem. And this is going to be extremely good for the Ultima token holders and the Ultima token producers. So I hope that is very, very clear. Now, what is being launched at the end of the month? Alex is launching the first part of the infrastructure, which will bring demand to the token. This is one of many parts of the infrastructure, and each part of the infrastructure is providing products which you and me can sell as marketers. Now, the vouchers is allowing you to use the Ultima token, buy a cashback vouchers, get 20% more value, or you can say discount. I'm going to show you soon what it means, and up to 100% cashback. Now, if you go to 10 people on the streets and you tell them, hey, I want to show you how to farm a token, they're going to look at you and say, you know, what do you mean? I don't have a tractor. How can I do this? But if you tell someone that you can actually get 20% discounts on everything you are spending with 100% cashback, they will say, you know, sign me up. Here's my 3 debit cards. How do I get involved? Now, this is going to be a product that's going to initiate mass use. Alex understands that we have to start in the crypto space, but this crypto space is a very niche market. It's 1% who understands this market. Now, Alex needs to expand the community to 10 million, 20 million, 30 million. The only way is to bring a product which the masses needs, wants, and craves. Now, this product is perfectly timed because when the world is falling and the world is crashing and everything is going down, people are gonna be craving savings, discounts, cashbacks. It is not gonna be a hard thing to do. When a person is going to the gas station and they're looking at the gas prices and they feel the pain inside because they don't have the money to pay for it, but they have to. And what is happening? You go there and you're offering them the opportunity to save 20%, to get 100% cashback. They're gonna feel like you are the savior of their day. And this is gonna be something that is gonna grow extremely fast. Now, the details on how these vouchers will work will be covered on the Berlin event. Alex wants us to focus on the farms, focus on the minters, get as many people into the creator generation of this token, get an exclusive spot to be among the few people who produces the tokens for the market. This is the focus right now. But to give you the vision of the vouchers, just understand that these vouchers is gonna be bought with Ultima tokens. Everyone needs to buy Ultima token to buy the vouchers. Imagine an individual, they're buying Ultima tokens. They're buying a 1,000 euro voucher. They get back 100 euro every month for 12 months. And they're getting back 1,320 euro in total. You know, I mix up my numbers a little bit, but you put in around 1,000, you get back 1,320 euro. What happens is you got 20% more in euro. and you're getting it on a monthly basis. On top of that, you get Ultima tokens as a cashback every month. So let me show you how this is going to look like us. Now, all the details that I'm showing you now might change, might adjust, but this is just to give you an understanding. You can understand why you want as many Ultima tokens as possible. So you have Ultima tokens and you use them to buy a cashback voucher. You're buying your cashback voucher, CBV. What is happening now? I'm just going to give you example now, just so you get an understanding. The number is not going to be correct. Let's say that this one is 1,000 euro for this cashback voucher. It means that you need to use 0.1 Ultima tokens with the current price to buy a voucher for 1,000 euro. What happens now? First of all, you start getting 100 euro on a monthly basis for the coming 12 months. This euro could either be used for Amazon or come into your Ultima members account, where you can either withdraw them to your bank account, you can convert them into crypto, or you can place them into your debit card and spend. There's also going to be vouchers where you can load your exchange and get the same deal. So you're getting 100 euro per month for 12 months. It means in this example, you now have what? 20% more euro. Okay? So the total you have now is 1,200 euro, 12 times 100. It means that you now made an additional of 20%. This is what we refer to as the discount, but it's more so an additional amount that you receive. So what has happened now, you received euro extra 20%. You took 0.1 Ultima tokens, you bought the 1,000 euro voucher, you got back 1,200 euro over 12 months. What else do you get? Of course, you get the cashback. You get the cashback, and it starts from the first month. You get cashback every single month in Ultima tokens. And this is how much? It is the amount that you put inside divided by 36, because your cashback comes over 36 months. So what is happening now is that imagine you telling someone, you spend 100 euro every month on groceries. Yes, I'm doing that. Okay, let me show you how you can buy a voucher where you can spend the same 1,000 euro and get 1,200 euro of spending power. They're going to say, well, I get 20% for free. Yes, it's correct. Then they're going to say, I'm done. I'm closed. I'm ready. And then you say, let me share something else with you. You are getting every month Ultima token, a token which has the potential to go 10 times higher in value. Every month you're getting this token. So who in the world is going to say no to saving 20% on their daily purchases and receive free tokens? This is incredible. Imagine you going and spending money on your daily basis and you're getting a token that can grow in value. And what is going to happen? When every month they get the tokens, they can use the tokens to spend, to sell, to do whatever they want with. And this is going to be exciting because as people are spending the euro, oh, it's working. They're getting the tokens. Wow, it's working. The token value goes up. Well, I'm excited now. And I'm continuously getting euro. And this is exciting. So when you tell people that worst case, you're getting 20% extra on what you're buying the voucher for. But best case, you're getting a 10x opportunity, which means if you're 0.1 Ultima tokens that you get back over 36 months, if that is growing to 10 times its value, that will be worth $10,000. So if someone is coming in with 1,000 euro, they're getting back 1,200 euro in euro, plus they have the potential to make an additional $10,000 of the token over the coming 3 years. That is a deal. That is something that people are going to be blown away. And the way you can package this, guys, is very smart. You know, however you do it. For example, the voucher for the exchange. You have a friend who want to buy any cryptocurrency. and they are looking to dollar cost average into the crypto market for the coming 12 months. You tell them, instead of you taking your $10,000 and buying Bitcoin now, imagine buying a voucher and you will be loading 1,000 euro per month into your exchange, which you can use to buy Bitcoin. Now you're gonna get not only your money, 10,000 euro, but additional 2,000 euro you're getting that you can get extra Bitcoin over time. And for free, you get an Ultima token. Now you have a double portfolio. Is that a good deal? Most people will say it's an incredible deal because I'm getting 20% plus on my cash value and I'm getting tokens, which can go up in value. This is very powerful. How is Alex doing this? He's extremely smart. He is leveraging the system with his 300 traders, providing higher returns than what is paying out in the cashback. It is incredible how he set up this. And Alex will explain more on the event in Berlin. And some people say, will it work, will it not work? Guys, it's been working for a year. You might not know, there's been months where we have higher turnover on vouchers than on farms. And this was the few months ago. People are buying vouchers. It's been available for the past 1 year. Yes, there's been more focus on the farms because that has been our last opportunity to get involved and become the creator generation. But these vouchers has been operating and working for a year already successfully. It is now being introduced with more additions, and of course on the smart blockchain with the Ultima token. So I hope all of you understand the power behind this product. The reason is it is simple, it is straight to the point. You can pitch it in 5 minutes. Everyone wants it, everyone needs it. It's involving cryptocurrency still. It is like farming, but you get the money back. It is incredible. You know, this can be seen as farming. Oh, you're producing tokens, but you get the money back. What other asset in the market can you buy, get your money back with 20% premium and keep the assets? This can really be packaged in a powerful way, guys. And you will see how this is gonna be faster, easier, reach the masses, and you're gonna onboard people with a pitch that takes 5 minutes. You don't need to explain what a blockchain is. You don't need to explain anything. You don't need to explain the crypto market. You don't need to explain farming. You don't need to explain freezing. You're simply saying, put 1,000 in, get 1,200 back plus tokens that can go 10x. It's going to make sense. It's going to be easy, and it's going to make a lot of logical sense for people. So this might be adjusted. The numbers are not correct. It's just to give you an understanding of the concept and for you to formulate the pitch and understanding of what's about to come, guys. With this product, we are now moving into the masses. With this product, we're now not only in the space of cryptocurrency, this niche space, but we open up for millions. And this is the timing is incredible, and it still involves cryptocurrency. It can still be introduced like a product, like the farming, and it's still gonna be something that we get paid commissions when we are selling, guys. So this is gonna really help the token grow. It's gonna make the network grow. It's gonna make your job as a networker much easier, much more explosive. And this is what is about to come. Okay. What other things, guys? This is now gonna push the Ultima token, and we have a lot of updates happening this month. We got 3 big exchanges, guys. 3 big exchanges will list the Ultima token this month. What else? CoinMarketCap, most likely by the end of this month, will be on CoinMarketCap with Ultima token. Let me give you an idea now. At the end of the month, 3 exchanges are launching Ultima token. Boom, we get awareness. Ultima token goes on CoinMarketCap. Boom, we are now seen by the crypto world. Vouchers are activated. Incredible buy pressure is put to the Ultima token. Price increase, attention is going to be generated, and what is going to happen? People are going to want to be a part of the Ultima journey. They're going to get the information, they're going to get involved, and this is going to attract a lot of people, guys. So I believe this month is going to be very, very powerful. Additional to this, the vouchers will be starting from 11 euro. It goes all the way from 11 euro all the way up to hundreds of thousands of euro. So we are now getting smaller packages as well. This is really good for markets like Africa and Latin America and Asia, where some people want to come in with 100 euro, 20 euro, and 100 euro might not be as easy. This is now going to open up for a complete other market where 11 euro is going to be the smallest voucher, and there's going to be vouchers at any price level, allowing people to come in, try, experience, and then start upgrading. So this is going to be extremely exciting, guys. I understand the changes. I understand the mindset that some people have right now. It's uncertainty, a lot of change. We feel you, we understand you guys, because we as human beings, we hate change. But let me give you something to understand before I'm handing over here to Danish, guys. Now, sometimes with fast changes, we get angry. With fast developments, we say, why do you change? This was not what I expected. And this comes from really not understanding the world from an entrepreneurial point of view. And I'm not blaming anyone for this, but I want to raise our awareness to start thinking like entrepreneurs now. And I want to give you a metaphor. Imagine you're in a ship, and in this ship, you're enjoying yourself. Everything is going well. You're talking to your friend. And then suddenly the ship turns and you fall and everything is just crashing on the floor. And you get so angry, you get mad. You're saying this captain might be the stupidest captain I've ever seen. Why is he turning the ship so fast? We all were standing enjoying, and now we have to stand up and get back and get changed and get back on our feet again. Why is the captain doing this? What a stupid captain. He should not turn the ship like that. He should do a smoother turn, until later on you realize that the captain made a turn because there was a big ice mountain in front of the ship, and he had to maneuver quickly to not crash. And now you're going to be grateful that you have a captain who were able to handle this quick, to adjust the direction and continue moving, because in the end, even though the ship is moving left, right, and center, you are still on the ship. The ship is still running. The ship is still going to the destination. It just had to do a turn to get back on track. And this is how a lot of people are witnessing this right now. We might be angry at analysts because they make changes. We might be disappointed that he said something and now it's developed differently. In the end, guys, we are in the fastest growing market in the world. It is changing on a daily basis. Banks are crashing. Companies are failing. People are holding back. They're not sure what's happening. The whole financial structure is changing. And if you expect a smooth ride, guys, I'm telling you guys, it's important that you get off the boat. If you want to get to the Paradise Island and continuously being a part of this journey on this boat, the Ultima ship, then you got to understand it's going to be waves. It's going to be quick turns. It's going to be ups and downs. But the only way to get to that Paradise Island is to stay on the ship, to enjoy the journey, to support the community, and understand that the captain of the ship has more experience than any one of us on the call. If we had more experience than Alex, we would not be here on the call. We would be operating a multi-billion-dollar organization. Sometimes it's important for us to, instead of discussing do we agree with Alex or disagree, to stop thinking about those questions and say, okay, I surrender my trust to an individual who has been proven for the past 7 years. He will make mistakes, but with his experience, we have to understand that we have to focus on what we are good at, which is building a community. Everyone has to do their part. We are good at that and much better than Alex and building the community. And if we do what we are good at and we allow him to do what he's good at, and we understand when the ship turned quick, we might be angry, but in the end, it was to make sure that we continuously progress towards the Paradise Island. I hope you guys understand my metaphors here. But with this, I believe that we can understand that we are still here after 7 years. The company is now activating mass usage. We have to adapt as entrepreneurs, raise our awareness, make changes as leaders, move with certainty, build our team, and not sit in the minds of, oh, it's bad, it's this, and negativity. What is that going to do to your pocket, guys? We have to move with certainty and power, and that's the times we're in. With that, let me bring on Danish, who's going to talk about the pinnacle point of mindset in these times. And as I always say, if there's anyone that in the world that I've met who is able to be in a tough situation and uses mindset to get out of it and get to the top, is Danish. He's been through ups and downs, and I've been seeing him progressing and building this bulletproof Rhino mindset, and I'm really proud to be working with Danish. So Danish, share with us how we can operate with a mindset over these times and get ready for what's about to come.
Thank you so much, Emil. What a fantastic breakdown of all the incredible progressive evolutions that this company is going through. I think it's just wonderful. Way back in the day when I started this business, I really wanted to focus particularly on a company, on a captain of the ship, like what Emil is talking about, on a leader, on a pioneer, on someone that's actually breaking the boundaries, going against the grain, and actually finding, solutions that work. And those solutions, particularly in the field that we're in of cryptocurrency, of payment solutions, those solutions, are something that really are inspirational. Because when you look at them, of course, as Alex said in yesterday's call, I mean, the guys that have invented the biggest, the most wonderful and weirdest of things, when they were in the process of executing that task at hand, every single person looked at these people and said, you know what? You're just a dreamer. That's what you are. You dream and you keep dreaming. And then tomorrow there's another dream that you come up with, and basically you're a dreamer. All right? Until it actually works out. Correct? So there's a lot of lessons to be learned from that kind of a mindset where you sit there and you're like, hang on, I think I can solve this problem. I think I can provide a solution and fix this issue that you have at hand. And of course, you're going to sound like a dreamer. Of course, you're going to be someone that's going to be ridiculed until it happens. Until it happens, right? And that's exactly what Emil is talking about. And I think that's so interesting. It's so interesting. And the best thing about this, and going back into the past, is the utility aspect, the usability aspect, the fact that this company is now absolutely going for a use case. Okay, and that's something that really we really need to take a lesson in. That we have to focus on that, ladies and gentlemen, on the call today. So my first point being this, okay? Life is full of choices, guys. All right? And have you ever heard the saying, everything you are today, that sphere, that body that you're sitting in right now, everything, absolutely everything, the time you woke up today, the kind of stuff you had for breakfast, the way that you are seated right now listening to this webinar, okay, whether you're chilling or whether you're sort of on the screen, whatever it is, guys, whatever you're doing after the webinar, however much time you're spending with the family, however much time you're going to be focused on tomorrow's work schedule ahead of you, all of that is a choice. And that choice is you. It's yours. It's yours to make. You are the master behind that choice. So ultimately, here we are, and we've got to make choices. Now, this leads me to my next point. In our training sessions, when we're getting our networks started, when we want to launch them, when we want to really push them through the initial 101 of relationship marketing, of network marketing, the very first slide, the number one slide that gets presented to the brand new network marketeer, or to the network marketeer or relationship marketeer that wants to get a refresher of knowledge, is the cash flow quadrant. Okay, the cash flow quadrant. And a lot of you guys are nodding your head saying, yeah, I've heard about that thing before. Yeah, of course, Danish. I know exactly what you're talking about. Well, I want to relate that to choices today. Okay? The cash flow quadrant, all right, has two different sides to it. You've got your left-hand side and you've got your right-hand side. On the left-hand side, there's two quadrants. The first quadrant is an employee. Now, chances are, okay, we've got 181 people on this call live right now, real time. Chances are 181 of us had made the choice. And I would quite comfortably say 95 to 98% of us on this call today had to start with a 9 to 5. That was the choice we made, right? And 9 to 5 is exactly where we started when it came to earning some form of sustenance to pay our bills, to try and make a saving at the end of the day. That was the choice that we made. Some of us didn't have the choice because we had no other option. We said, you know what, that's what we have to do. The whole world heads in that direction. That's the direction I got to go as well, to feed, myself in to pay my bills. Then there's the second option, okay, which is where you're highly skilled, okay, you're that has really gone through the mill of going to, these tertiary education institutes, getting yourself that incredible qualification, and now you're a self-employed individual. So in essence, you own the job, okay? The job is something whereby in a linear form of time, okay, you are getting paid. So for example, you're a lawyer, you're a nurse, you're someone that based on the linear time that you sit there and you're consulting people, you are getting paid accordingly. So again, and I've said linear probably 3 times by describing that, because I really want you guys to understand the aspect of being linear. On the left-hand side of the quote, linear is the key word, because in essence, your time is being computed in the value of money. Again, a choice that you have made. And that shapes your life. It shapes your social circle. It shapes how much time you spend with your friends, with the people you care about, with the people you resonate with, versus making money and being at work. Now let's talk about the choices on the right-hand side of the cash flow. Okay, we've got the business owner and we've got the investor. Let's focus a little bit on the business owner. Wow, now we're getting somewhere, right? Now this person is, really moving up in the world, stepping into the realm of entrepreneurship, creating a system, okay, duplicating that system into their employees. Those employees are following this structured way of reporting back to the boss, who is the business owner, which is you, and how you are making your money. That's your source of income. And finally, the holy grail, okay, the investor. The investor that comes along that has really made a nice, good number of chunks of money, and they have invested it and they've spread those investments and they have really diversified, okay, really well, okay? They've gone into gold, they've gone into properties, they've gone into commodities, they've gone into crypto, they've gone into various things, because if one doesn't work, the other one hopefully will. And if the other one doesn't work, then one other will work probably in a 50% of way, okay? So those are the kind of choices that we as individuals are making. And I would pretty much be comfortable to say that every single one of us over here fits into either one of those 4 categories, unless you're completely retired, someone looks after you, all right? And you have no source of income. So that's a completely different story, but I doubt you'd be on this call if that's the case, because we're all very hard workers, hopefully, and we want to actually go out there and be driven individuals, ambitious individuals. So what's the point here? Where am I getting to? We've all got a choice, ladies and gentlemen, and our choice is to be here right now. Our choice is to understand the evolutionary progresses that this company is making. Our choice, as Emil has said, is to follow the captain of the ship, even if we're going to get irritated at the guy. It doesn't matter. We just need to make sure that we understand he's got much more experience than us. He is a lot wiser. He's a lot more streetwise. He knows the industry of cryptocurrency. He knows the industry of being a business-minded, savvy person. He knows the industry, most importantly, of relationship marketing. He knows it. He knows it in and out. He knows exactly what tickles our fancy, at the same time also what really demotivates us. And that's what I love about this business. And you know something? I've made the choice to be here. The question that I've got to ask every single one of you is, what choices have you made as far as this business is concerned? What choices are you making yesterday, and what have you made today, and what are you making tomorrow? Because that choice and that decision is very important. Whether wrong or right, it's very important for you to commit to a decision, stick to that decision, and roll out and execute it. Because we see a lot of individuals in the market, not just in Ultima. I'm talking globally, guys, our entire network, because of what Emil has just explained in terms of the volatility of the world right now. We see people so confused. They're so confused and they're not helping their lives because they're not making that choice. They're not making that decision. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, now's the time to make these choices. And you've got to make those choices also based on the cash flow quadrant. Now, what's the easiest way to move from the left-hand side of the quadrant to the right-hand side of the quadrant, because that's where we all want to be. We don't want to be the 9-to-5 people. We understand that's how you get on the bandwagon. We understand being self-employed is how you get on the bandwagon as well. But we need to move from that quadrant and create residual income instead of linear income, right? Linear being the key word. You are paid based on the time you're committing to a certain thing, and you are being dictated a price for that hour that you have been paid for. That to me is suffocating. And the choice that I make is I want to move from that linear space into a residual space. But in order for you to do that, you have to commit and make a decision to follow a certain school of thought or to follow a certain captain of the ship and believe and understand that that person has got things covered. And yes, this brings me to my next point. Ultima. We need to zoom out of Ultima a little bit, and we need to look in from an aerial point of view and understand the kind of ecosystem that is being built around us, ladies and gentlemen. Here you've got a founder that is now focused on people's day-to-day. He wants to make sure gas is an easy thing to pay for. He wants to make sure through the vouchers and through the card, we are getting those discounts. We are getting that cash back. And he wants to make sure life becomes easy for us. Why? Good question. I'm glad you asked. The reason why is because he sees very tough times ahead. We see that. It's a choice to see that. I hope you're making that choice to see that. I hope you're understanding what's going on in the world, as Emil has explained, because what Alex sees is not very good times ahead. So in essence, he's catering for us, and he's catering for the masses. And yes, the masses are going to bring that utility into this business, that use case into the token. And we are the creator generation that is producing that token, because soon enough, the chance to produce more of that token is going to go away. And I'm urging every single one of you on this call today to make the choice of becoming a creator generation. Don't just sit there and accept what you're given. No, go and create it, because that's the only way to get it, right? Instead of someone coming and giving something to you, which means that person's already made money off you, why don't you go and create it, ladies and gentlemen? Why not become the creator generation? So that's the mindset you need to be in. Emil spoke mindset. This is the mindset you need to be in. Now, going back to the cash flow quadrant, you know, there's a lot of decisions that one needs to make based on their circumstances. But the reality is, if you're in a 9-to-5, if you're self-employed, okay, if you're in a situation where you're a business owner, and even if you're in a situation, luckily, and I say luck, okay, it's a bit of a gray area because you've worked to become an investor, right? But if you're lucky enough to achieve that status of an investor, and you are spreading your eggs into different baskets, the reality is all 4 of these fields of work, by way and means of the choice that you have made to go into either one of them, it is hard work. Waking up in the morning for a 9-to-5, getting on that transport mode and going to work and slogging it out the entire day, trying to please your boss is hard work. Waking up in the morning, going to work with that mode of transport you have selected as a self-employed individual, whether doctor, lawyer, nurse, however it may be that you choose to earn your linear income, is hard work. There are times when people sit there and they don't like what they do. Okay, I've not met many people in my life. I've met people who love and are very passionate about what they do, but I've not met many of them, I can tell you now, especially in the 9-to-5 and especially in the self-employed side, okay? Let's move to the right-hand side. You think owning a business is easy? No, it isn't. It's hard work. Creating those systems is hard work. Okay, I'm from Africa. You know how much theft goes on there? And you've got to create systems surrounding how the temptation isn't there for people to take from you. Okay, and when they take from you, they're taking from your cream, your net profit. So congratulations, you've set up a residual system, but it's hard work. And to get to an investor level, which is the holy grail of the cash flow quadrant. It is hard work. You've gone through failures, you've gone through trials and tribulations, you've literally worked your absolute socks off to get to an investor level. You have worked really hard. And you know what? Even managing that money is hard. What? That's crazy, right? To think that that's what you work for, but yet at the same time, managing the money is a tough one. It's hard work, ladies and gentlemen. So here's my point. And please make sure you write this down. Stop scrolling, get off your phone. I always say this. Get off your phone, guys. Listen to what I'm saying. Get a piece of paper and a pen, or if you're a tech-savvy guy, get onto your smartphone and put in a calendar, input today, or go to your notes, wherever you write your notes, whether it's Evernote or whatever application, Calendly, whatever you're using, man. Write this down, okay? 3 simple words. Choose your hard, ladies and gentlemen. Choose your hard. Don't think life is going to be easy. That's not the expectation we want to give you. Here we're giving you raw advice. We're setting the tone for the next week. It's Sunday today. Tomorrow's the first day of work, right? Let's set the tone. Choose your hard. You go to the gym, it's going to be hard. Okay? You want to get into a routine? A thing's going to be hard. You want to go and diet? Because you put on a little bit of weight on those love handles? Yeah, it's hard. Okay? You want to go to 95? It's hard. You want to be a self-employed person and continue with that? That's really hard. You want to be a business owner? It's hard. It's challenging. And you want to be an investor? Yes. Managing your money because you're so scared to lose it because you work so hard to get there. It's hard. Choose your hard. Okay, guys? That's the message today. And ensure you raise your belief within the system that Alex has created, because this is the hard that we choose. And by hard, what do I mean? I absolutely love what I do, ladies and gentlemen. I love it. And I hope and pray you can take a page out of this book and start becoming passionate about this ecosystem that Alex is trying to build. He's catering to the masses by bringing utility. It's not a difficult presentation anymore. It's not big farms and this and technical stuff. Guys, we're going towards utility. But let's finish this month off really well. Let's smash it really well. Let's go absolutely crazy. Let's keep being the creator generation, because I can assure you in a few months' time, you will be wishing you would have produced a little bit more of that Ultima token. I feel that in my bones, and I know Emil does, and I certainly know Navid does. Wait till you hear what he has to say. So make sure you raise your belief and stop listening to the waswasas going on in the market, okay? We are 100% focused on this goal. We are coming in with a bulletproof mindset, and we could not be happier with what is going on over here. It's incredible. This is a dream come true to get this level of utility and planning for it and coming in with 20% discounts and 100% cashback. And here we are. We still have the opportunity to be a creator generation between now and the end of the month. Oh my goodness. It's crazy. It's amazing. And that's the level of belief you need to go out with tomorrow, the day after, and continuously feel the energy you're feeling right now on this call. I hope you guys are feeling this energy, right? Because that's what you need to go out with. And don't forget what this feeling is like, guys. All right? Because we don't. We're so excited. Remember, my final point, guys, before I bring on the next speaker, being Navid, is Alex always has his master plan and roadmap set out very clearly. You go, you speak to the man, he's so clear of his vision. And come what may, he's going to do it. I can assure you. So it's not up to him. It's up to us on this call to make the choice and choose your hard. All right, guys? Choose your hard and make that decision and choice to give this business literally everything you have. Everything you have. Because when you zoom out of the ecosystem, it's incredible. To set this ecosystem up is something that is mind-blowing. What he is doing and achieving is mind-blowing. Get that to flow through your blood and your veins. And you will see tomorrow will be a better day. And when you sit there with your prospect and you're like, have I got something for you, my friend? Oh my goodness. Wait till you hear what I've got for you. I mean, who did a presentation like that over the past week? I guarantee you guys, none of us did. Why? Why are we slipping into this zone? Let's get out and let's make sure that we start moving. Okay, guys? So I salute you guys. I salute you guys because you guys are doing the hard thing. It's not easy, but I salute you. But that's why it's going to be worth it at the end of the day. Right? That is why it's going to be worth it at the end of the day, because nothing in life comes easy, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing. Nothing. Let's not arrive at the destination and bang, everything's prepared for us. No, in the process of getting to that final product, someone made money. Someone made money. The creator generation made that money. Welcome. Come into that space. That's my real plea today on today's call. Come into the space of being that creator generation person so you can enjoy the fruits of your labor by way and means of Alex bringing in this incredible level of utility. So let's go out there and let's smash next week, guys. Literally, give it everything you've got. So with that being said, I'm going to bring on Navid, who is an individual that, I mean, if there's someone that's gone and smashed it and literally executed on every single thing that he has learned and absorbed all the way from his days at Amway, all the way to today. I mean, this is an individual that has gone and done that, So I'd love for Navid to cover a little bit of that, for Navid to a little bit about what's on the 27th of this month. Exciting times, guys. Exciting times. Love for Navid obviously summarize everything that myself and Emil covered over here, because he's the kind of guy that hits the nail in the coffin, and I love it. And I'm so blessed and honored to be a partner of his. So, Navid, the floor is yours. Take care, guys.
Thanks a lot, Danish, and really great to be here, guys. And thanks a lot, Emil, for your always very, very clear presentations, your very clear message of making it very, very understandable for everyone, no matter if you're new into this or if you've been here for a while now. And thank you, Danish, for bullet point like one-liners that I really love, and I usually always take notes. And I will repeat one of them very, very. Leadership is, and in network marketing, to really, come to this, the pinnacle point of success in network marketing is definitely goes down to being an alpha in this industry. It really is. I can clearly see that when we're looking at the highest ranks in specific companies or every company, it comes down to some level of alpha. It doesn't mean that you have to have all the 10 alpha points that we have in our presentation, and be 100% perfect in all these points. Not at all. It's about being alpha in your mentality, in what you're doing. And it really comes down to being decisive, being very, very, very decisive with your decision. If you took a decision, you actually stick to that decision. I think that's one of the main really important points. That's also one of the points that makes people follow you, or if they're going to follow someone else. It's if they feel that you have decided that you will be here long term. You will not sway. You will be here rock solid and really go through the fire. I believe it's definitely a lot about knowing exactly where you're going. I would also like to question to you guys, how do you see your wealth during the recession we are in right now and actually are entering even deeper into? Have you ever thought about that the last few weeks? I think it's high. I really think it's time to actually do that, to really start questioning, okay, do you have a plan? And whatever that plan is, guys, that's your plan. I'm not going to sit here now to give you that plan. I'm going to just try to get you to a little bit regarding these matters, because I think it's important. I think it's of high relevance. And do you have a plan? And whatever that plan is, maybe you have a 9 to 5 right now. Maybe you are doing Ultima as a part-time. Maybe you're doing Ultima as a full-time. But in what way are you doing it? In what way are you preserving your cash flow coming from this business? you know, are you really actually looking for something long-term, or are you looking for something really short-term? I believe that long-term will be the biggest winner, the biggest successor, you know, over time. The short-term will just mean create one. It will maybe make you some money as for the coming few weeks. But the sad part it is that the company will most likely collapse later on. It will bring all your people and you will lose your community one after another. And I believe for myself, money is not the greatest asset you have. I believe it's the community. I believe it's the contacts, the relationships you have around you. That's a true hard asset. I think that's going to be the asset as well moving into the future. That is going to be the absolutely most important one. Because I think it's going to be more and more and more relevant to have people around you that you trust, that you can move together. And why not actually build a community with people around you that is coming from a point of, you know, and when you need to move, when you stuff, you know, when you make to passive investments, you can go into it as a group to negotiate terms, all those kind of ways. I don't think many people maybe about, but is very, very relevant for all of you and all of us to really have here all the time. So, you know, something I think is very interesting is I've seen this over the years, many times. I've definitely been one of the guys doing the same thing over the years. You know, everyone have opinions about how things should be run, but no one have experience and knowledge. Isn't that very, very interesting? I know that, you know, Danish and Emil actually touched the topic recently today as well. But isn't that very interesting? You know, here people are sitting, making maybe never even broke the million mark, and they have opinions how a billionaire should run his business. I think it's so interesting. I think it's actually quite laughable. I think it's, you know, it's actually, I mean, if you're thinking about it, it's absolutely ridiculous because they have no experience that backs their opinion. And yes, I mean, we all understand, we all wish that we all have a package. It's so easy. It will always remain like this package. This is the only package we'll sell for the rest of our lives because it's so easy, it's so fluffy, it's so nice, and it's just like a nice fuzzy dream, right? It doesn't work that way. If you want to be in cryptocurrency, especially attached to network marketing, we have to be flexible, guys. It's just inevitable. We have to find a company. We have to actually, and we actually did with the only company in the market that have been able to do this for the years by proof of concept. He have been having the possibility and also the clarity of moving through the different phases of this industry. And don't think for a second that the past is the toughest. No, what's in front of us is the toughest. Now is the time when all the regulations are coming with a big sledgehammer. Now is the time where, you know, businesses will have to adapt towards changes going on in the financial sector. And also, guys, now is the time where you need to really decide whether we are taking our financial status seriously or not. All of us on this call, if awake, if we are about what's going on around us, we have the possibility to position ourselves in a very, very strong way to really come out of this recession with a big bang. Really, I truly believe that. It's just about making the right decisions. It's just about really be very clear, very smart. You know, what I really love about network marketing as well is that you actually have mentors, you have coaches. If it's not your direct sponsor, there is someone up there in line that can actually give you guidance and help you with your concern questions. I love that fact. And I see not too often actually, you know, actually bringing up their personal, you know, regarding their personal finance, to have someone to talk about. Usually we just sit there on our own, in our own, you know, dark room and try to figure out what to do. Open up a dialogue, guys. Open up a discussion with people you know and that you trust around you to see, are they thinking differently, to just actually get more levels of mindset, more input into that thoughts. And I really love, you know, the metaphor of the ship. I love it. I really think it's brilliant. You know, like you said, Emil, I mean, if you have people, really around you, breaking their legs, arms, because this ship is really, you know, turning in a massive way. because the captain had to take a final last-minute decision. Yeah, of course, it might be really terrible for you during that second, but as soon as you realize and understand why it was done, you will be very grateful. You will actually have that understanding, and that prejudgment that you had when this actually happened will be all gone. And you will probably maybe feel a little bit of shame of your thoughts, captain. I think, we need to somehow, like said as well, I mean, we really need to zoom out. We need to zoom out to see the big picture, but usually none of us have the big picture, because the only one sitting on the big picture is actually Alex. So it comes down to a decision. It comes down to trust, to making sure you have the confidence, making sure you have the ability, actually have information for you to go with it, to run with it. So, we need to understand that the captain is making the choices, is making the turns to make sure that all of us reach the destination, the final destination. And whatever that final destination is up to you as well. But from Alex's point of view, it's about taking us on a journey where his final destination where he can actually help people to make better decisions, to come out from these times that we're in from a point of strength and not from a point of weakness. Your choice and decision today will definitely determine your tomorrow. So think about that. And it's not about swaying the decision from day to day. It's about actually sticking to that decision you made, maybe when you entered this business. Maybe remind yourself about your goals one more time. Remind yourself about what's your dreams. Remind yourself about, okay, what can you actually do for your kids? What kind of change can you actually make in terms of maybe creating some level of wealth generation, of some kind of generational wealth. I think this is topics that I think is very interesting. For me, I know for Emil and for Danish, it's not at all about Lamborghinis and Ferraris. It's about basically building up freedom, basically building up, choices in life, freedom of choice to own our own life and not be in the hands of anyone else. And that's also why we are sticking to this company. This is why we're sticking to Alex, because we have never seen a CEO like him, a founder like him in this space of network marketing. Network marketing is our profession. Do we want to stick with someone we have trust will be here for many, many years? Yes. Or do we want to go with someone that we don't know since before? Nobody heard about this person, but the rumor says this new person is a billionaire. And all of a sudden, 6 months later, they close down the company and this founder actually run away with the money. I mean, the choice is ours. If we want the proof, if we want to follow the one that we know is acting in a certain way, we do that. If we don't, if we want to go with the highest level of risk, we would do that. But I think everybody that chooses the highest level of risk these days will definitely regret it moving forward. Because like Emil said, I don't think we will ever get a chance like we're sitting on right now. This is going to be the biggest financial collapse in modern time for all of us and in modern history. If we are smart about it, we can come from a massive strength if we just play our cards in the very, very right way. So hit and follow your strategy, guys. Follow, the captain that you choose of your choice. And I know Danish entered into, to actually have different baskets, to diversify your income. And I know for a fact that many networkers will definitely misunderstand that. They think Danish is now they think that Danish is maybe talking about having multiple streams of income in terms of time investment. No, he's not saying go out there on 3 different marketing companies at the same time. No, he's saying commit to one, use the cash flow, and commit those funds into passive, solid, long-term investments. Whatever that is, it's up to you. We know what we are doing with our funds, and it's very important that you don't interpret things in the wrong and out of its context. And many people on this call now, what I'm saying right now, there is marketing out there that things running it professionally, but they're doing like to 8 different network marketing companies at the same time. It just doesn't work, guys. People will get confused. People will not really believe that you will be here for long term. And most certainly you will never build big. Never. It will be absolutely impossible. If you want to build big, if you want to accomplish the biggest ranks, you want to get these big one-time bonuses in companies, you need to commit to one and really run with that. I highly important. This what Danny said, choose your wow. Yeah, really choose, guys. It's so powerful, those words. It's actually containing so much different things coming into it, depending on where you are at this moment, I think, depending on where you're at when you're actually hearing these words. But this will actually bring me down to the event in Berlin, the 27th of May, and the importance of this. All of you on this call not there will miss out a lot, but people that will be there will have full understanding and will have a massive momentum moving forward from that point on. Will price take off? I believe so. I really do believe so. We have to see. We have to wait and see. But as soon as this sell wall is over with, wow! Expect action, guys. Expect movement. Expect really. I mean, higher highs than we've seen before. If the previous coin we had, PLCU, actually achieved $1,000 in 3.5 months, with infrastructure we had then, imagine what we can do now, guys, with much less tokens, much less. It will not even be like, I don't know how many it will be, but it will be so few people, minting Ultima compared to PLCU, so few. And imagine unleashing 2.5 million people out on the market in times like these, when people can actually make 20% more funds, or get 20% discount, depending on how you see it, on their everyday expense. Imagine all these vouchers that will come, where you can get better prices on foods, gas and whatever. Imagine how many people that will actually flood into this company. And imagine when all of these people understand that they need to have Ultima tokens to be able to do this. I believe we will see a massive buy pressure that we haven't ever seen before. And the importance of being at the event, guys, the importance of bringing your team to the event is whether or not you are going to succeed massively in this business or not. That's what it's going to come down to. If you are in this part of the world, if you don't have to travel like 20 hours to come to the event, I will not say that excludes you. I mean, of course, but it will not maybe be as easy to bring 100 people to that event. But if you are, guys, really on this, let's say like 5, 6, 7 hours flight away from Berlin, you should be there. You need to be there. If you take this business as your business, if you treat this business as your solution, your time investment, that's where you need to be. And that's where you need to bring people to make sure that they are there as well. Because why should you call home and try to convince them and try to explain to them what and how Alex is laying out things for them? No, people need to really feel this, guys. This is a line I heard when I started network marketing 15 years ago, and it really stuck. And today I really truly believe it, and I think it's really applicable on events, guys. When you see it, you believe it. When you believe it, you see it. I don't know if you understand this, but I can say like this: this is so true. And if you really understand these words, that when you see it, you believe it. When you believe it, you will see it. This and these phrases, guys, will move you, will get you to move through fire, hills, downhills. It will help you to move forward. It will help you to build momentum, and it will help your people to feel the same. It will help you to see everything. It will help your people to get the sense of feeling the founder. It will help you. I so often meet networkers that said, I don't need this. I've been to so many events. Actually, you do. You are probably the one missing out if you don't really understand the aspect and the importance of being at an event. Because if you don't, you are not an alpha leadership in network marketing. You are actually probably a delta or whatever down the line. You think you know something. Actually, guys, thinking you know something, not actually applying it yourself is not know. So guys, I will round up with the line again before to Emil. When you see, believe it. When you believe it, you will see it. Emil, over to you.
Thank you so much, Danish. Thank you so much, Navid, for your sharings. We've been here for 1 hour and 20 minutes, guys, but I think this call has been packed with incredible information for you guys to understand what is coming, how to get to the pinnacle point of leadership, what to do with the coming month. And with that, we're going to end off today's call, guys. So make sure that when you come to the event in Berlin, that you already, go ahead now, confirm your tickets. Make sure that you are doing all the steps that is required to get your ticket downloaded and for you to get your card, etc. So with that said, guys, see you guys on the next call. We love you all.